Hello lads and welcome to the second episode of Sunderland's Resurgence. In the last episode we pretty much introduced ourselves to the squad and we played the game up against Middlesbrough, which we lost in unfortunate circumstances, a last minute winner. We're looking to try and bounce back here. We've got a couple of games which I'm going to play against Millwall and Aston Villa. Millwall's a crucial game, trying to get that first home win of 2017. You can see by the league table, I'll just bring it up real quick, that we are 6 points off safety already, so we need to be getting points as quickly as possible. Norwich were one of the teams in the relegation zone. They're going to sort themselves out. We've now got Bristol City and Barnsley accompanying us, and you know, we're 5 points off them, so we really need to get a move on. In terms of injuries, Didier Ndong is out for 4 to 7 days. He was injured in the Middlesbrough game while tackling. Duncan Watmore's injury is a bit more serious though. He's out for 5 to 7 weeks and injured after jumping, so he sprained one of his leg ligaments, so it's not ideal. We're just going to talk to Duncan Watmore and say, don't worry about your injury, just focus on recovery. So I asked you in the last part of this, would you like to see Glinstone sacked? He did leave with Simon Grayson in real life, and you've all said yeah, you want him out. So what we're going to do is we are going to terminate the contract. We have to pay £50,000 of compensation, but you want a new assistant manager in, and I'm on the search for one as we speak. Right, so we haven't got an assistant manager yet, but we have managed to sign Gary Neville as a coach, which I think's bloody good business, being amongst my coaching staff. You can't go wrong really. Gary Neville, welcome to the club. And that's going to recommend a signing as well, why not? Right, we've just got our scout report on Millwall, and we can see here that 4-4-2 hasn't been very effective for them, and they have been vulnerable playing against the 4-2-3-1 wide, which is good because that's kind of the formation we'll play. Top goal scorer is Steve Morrison. He's got 8 goals, which is very good. We need to be aware of him. That's probably why they're in the position they are, 14th. It's pretty much all down to Steve Morrison, I'd say. And they create 7 chances per 90 minutes using the 4-4-2. So this is going to be an open game, it seems. Right, I've also been asked to have a look at some of the free agents available. You can see here that there really isn't anyone worth buying here. Like, I'm scrolling down, there's like, they're free agents for a reason. In this stage of the season, November, you wouldn't expect anyone great to be available at this time. But I will always look at the free agent network, see what players come available. Right, Peter Reid's actually come out and said that he's concerned about the struggling forwards, which, you know, we all are. But he's also backed us, saying he reckons that can turn it around, so no pressure. Right, we've had a fitness test at the time of the game. We have arrived at the game now. James Vaughan's fit, and Ndong's fit, Gibson's fit, and Brown's fit. So we've got some players coming back. Watmore's obviously still suffering from that long-term injury, but it's nice to have a few more faces in and around the squad. Right, so we've used a similar formation, a similar lineup to the one we used against Middlesbrough. Brian Oviedo's not starting this game. Instead, Brendan Galloway is. He may not be great in real life, but in the game, in the simulation, he's been one of our highest rated players. You can have a look here. Highest average rating is Brendan Galloway, so he's obviously performing well in this season, despite our league position. So it's something that I thought, alright, we may as well get onto. Callum McManaman's taking the place of the injured Duncan Watmore, and we've also got a stronger bench than we had before with James Vaughan, Darren Gibson, and of course Brian Oviedo on the bench now. Right, here we are. Millwall playing their 4-4-2 formation, keeping it the way they like it. Despite the questionable atmosphere, the players are fairly attentive and ready to listen. It's time to put an end to this poor run of form. Go out there and make it count. They all seem very deep in thought. I'm going to try and motivate some of them. We kick off, here we go. First match for me at the Stadium of Light on FM18. It's going to be a big game, looking to end our horrid home form. We have been dominant this first half, but it looks like Millwall is standing firm. No real highlights. And it turns out that that's probably going to be it for the first half, which is alright. We've been playing well though. Right, I'm going to say we've been the better team here. Just keep doing what you're doing and we'll be fine. We've got 3 players looking to have gained confidence, which is good. I want to tell the strikers and the attacking players. Right, we're going to go into our tactics and try and make something happen here. We are going to... I think we're going to take McManaman off because he's not been playing great. And then we're going to put James Vaughan on. Williams is going to go out wide. He's going to be a bit more of an advanced playmaker. And we're going to have James Vaughan and Lewis Graben up front. Yeah, I mean, it's risky, but that's what we're going with. Got a chance here. Didier Ndong from outside the box tackled, and it could end horrendously. We were very comfortable with that 4-2-3-1 formation, and it could come to pay. Galloway misses the tackle. The cross is deflected. It's come back to them though at the edge of the box. It looks like it's going to be their highlight. Steve Morrison, their top scorer. McNair tackles, and we're ready to break away. It's James Vaughan. He's tackled this time, and it looks like it's going to be Millwall's highlight, which is a bit concerning. Long ball. Let's not be beat by the long ball. It's McNair. Gives it to McGeady, our deep line playmaker. It's giving it to McGeady, one of the dangerous players. It's Graben. Shoots from outside the box. What a strike that is. Lewis Graben on the 73rd minute with an absolute screamer. I did not expect that. I saw Millwall with the majority of the ball in that highlight. It's McGeady, gives it to Graben, and he had the option of James Vaughan, although he was surrounded by quite a lot of players. No one's saving that. No one is saving that. What a strike from Lewis Graben. And could that be the goal to end our horrid home form? As soon as I say that, Millwall have got a highlight. I'm sure it's theirs. It's James Meredith. Niles, maybe that's Maitland-Niles. Saville, Morrison, a wayward pass though. And we look to break once more. It's Ndong to Johnny Williams, who's playing out wide. He's cut inside though and tackled by Saville. Just do what you told me, please. It's Tunnicliffe to Morrison. It's hard to commentate with a blocked nose like Tunnicliffe. Elliott, we need to close him down. Tunnicliffe, Morrison, Elliott wide of the post. We need to change our tactics a bit. Time goes by, but you know how it ended last time. We need to see out the whole 90 minutes. I'm going to probably take off another player for Paddy McNair. They've got a highlight late on. On comes Darren Gibson. Either way, that looks like it's going to end it. And finally, we've got a win at home in 2017. That's embarrassing. Right, but it's a start. I'm not sure on the other results today, but I'm sure we'll be closer to outside that relegation zone. I'm going to passionately say a very nice victory, well done, to try and raise the spirits a bit, because this is a big moment. Okay, I've gone for the same lineup against Aston Villa, although it's only 3 days after the Millwall game. I do feel like I can play my full 11 here. They mightn't be the fittest, but it's got the best chance of winning, I think. And then we've got a game against Burton, which I feel like we can play some of the players who are pushing for a first team start. Obviously not full rotation, because Burton's been alright this season, but it's a game that we can, you know, afford to play some of the weaker players. So I'm going to put a full 11 out against Aston Villa, and you know, 2 wins and a bounce. That'll really get the confidence. Right, I've told them to silence the critics. I'm going to see what they say to that, and yeah, we've got a motivated team. Hopefully that can show on the pitch. Alan Hutton, McNair gets it. That's awful from McNair there. Just allows Kodja to square it to Robert Snodgrass, and that's in the first minute. That's the worst start we could have asked for, to be honest. McNair hasn't had the greatest of games. We've got possession here. Lewis Graben holds it off, gives it to McGeady, and from that range you'd expect McGeady to be scoring. Maybe he's a bit too close. McManaman whips a ball in. Jedinak now Ndong from the edge of the area. That's a poor shot. Right, ball forward. Robin Reuter from the goal kick. Callum McManaman gets out wide to claim it. He's going to be running at the defenders. He's whipped the ball in, and it's not really troubled anyone. Robert Snodgrass now has the opportunity to square it into space where El Mohammadi's got plenty to run into. He's just going to run the whole length of the pitch because he can. That's awful defending, and the cross actually hits the crossbar. While I've got the chance, I will do the similar thing to what I did last time. We're going to have Williams instead of McManaman on that out wide. We're going to have Vaughan and Graben up front again. Hopefully they can cause the same problems they did last time. We'll go slightly more attacking as well. Again, he seems to be in the centre of everything for Aston Villa this season. Gives it to Snodgrass. Could have had a second there. Someone needs to track Robert Snodgrass. McNair's coming off. On comes Darren Gibson. Although he's been playing alright, he's got a booking and he's pretty tired. So I'm going to have him and Gooch come on to try and cause as much danger as possible. Got a chance. It's Mark Wilson over the free kick. Yeah, the result was as expected. Alan Hutton gets a tackle in over Aidan McGeady. He's allowed to play a short pass, and Aston Villa have a chance here while we're attacking. It's a perfect chance for them to score a second. It's Josh Onomah, El Mohammadi. We need to try and block the cross. It's found Onomah again, and that seals it. We're chasing shadows at this point, but Jones wins it back. It's Lewis grabbing. He's tackled by John Terry, who's actually injured in real life, which makes it all more frustrating. Hourihane to Hogan. He switches it across to El Mohammadi. Alan Hutton to Hourihane. Onomah. Kodja. 3. Not ideal at all. We need to sort that out. We're all over the place, and this isn't going to do any well for the confidence. I certainly say that not happy with the performance. Right, just before we go, I have got some assistant manager vacancies, which Gary Neville recommends. Funnily enough, Gary Neville has recommended either Phil Neville or Ryan Giggs to get the assistant manager job. There's also David Oldfield, who's not as good. So Phil Neville or Ryan Giggs, I'll leave it to yous. So that's been it for this episode of Sunderland's Resurgence. It's not ideal. We have decreased the advantage from Barnsley this time to us, which is now 5 points away from safety. It's small margin. Our objective is to avoid relegation at the end of the day and then stabilise next season. But we're doing it all too slowly for my liking, and a loss against Burton. So yeah, a bit of a cliffhanger to leave you on. Please vote for the assistant manager you want in the comments below and in the poll in the top right hand corner. If you're enjoying the series, please leave a like. Tell us what you think of it, because it is the first couple of videos I've uploaded on FM18, and since the full release is out, I might do a few streams as well. Thank you all for watching once again, and I'll see you later, lads.